Good morning. Gosh, there's people already here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Good morning, Julia. Good morning, my friends. How is everybody doing? Welcome in. Hey, Hopesy, how are you? I know y'all have missed this. Y'all have missed this. Phyllis, y'all have missed this. I know you have. I kind of miss doing it. But we kind of took a break for the holidays and got into a Thursday mornings. We don't have anything to do. And I just got to thinking about it. And I'm like, I need to do this again because I don't think there's many people, if anybody, that's doing anything like this, especially on the plant community. Do not look at my sad Albo that's behind you. She's very sad. Just found a bad seller. Oh, you just found a bad seller? Well, what about them makes them a bad seller? I'm curious. Guys, welcome. Guys, gals, whomever you are, welcome in. If you are new, hey, how are you, Nest and Vine? If you are new to my streams, I'm glad you're here. If you're not new, I'm still glad you're here. My name is Pat. This is Winter Wolf Emporium. We primarily sell plants. We do wholesale jewelry and accessories. And yeah, it's kind of cold and gross, and the country is about to go into a deep freeze. Even down here on Saturday, it's going to start being in the low 30s.
And I'm a banana farmer and I sell everything else.
They can't see you.
Yeah, I know. I can't.
That's
There's plants in the way. Go figure.
But anyway, so my bank was flagged. So my bank flagged my account that was fraud. I messaged her about it, still buying it in the next show. Okay, so your bank got your account. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm with you. Yep, and that was Banana Farmer 68. I'll tag her here shortly too. She does literally sell everything else. She's even doing pallet pulls and case packs and stuff like that. So yeah, we have a busy little household, but the whole country, it seems, is going to be in a deep freeze, if it's not already. Even Tulsa, which is where we moved from, and I lived for 20 some years, and Donna, Banana Farmer, lived her whole life, is expecting a foot of snow. And you have to tip for heat pack and installation, but you have to pay $12 for launch your custom tips. So it's something that should... What? Wow. Okay, so can we address the tipping thing for a second? Because first of all, if you get caught asking for people to tip you for things that they should be purchasing outright, that's considered a community guideline infraction. You can get dinged for that. So if you're doing it as a seller, don't do it. Because asking somebody, hey, send me $5 for a heat pack or send me $10 for blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I do too, LO. I do too. I mean, I don't bring it up. If somebody says, hey, can I tip you? That's fine. I only will agree to that if I know for a fact that they're having issues. And I've done it like one time. Top of Texas, 4 degrees and 6. Oh, just let me buy the heat pack when you go out. Yeah, it doesn't. And it does count as a sale, but I think what people aren't doing when they're selling their heat packs and insulation is they're not taking into consideration that they should change the weight to like 0 to 1 ounce so that you're only charged 73 cents. I mean, yes, heat packs are expensive. They are expensive. And they keep going up in price. But, I know a lot of sellers do that. It's crazy. I mean, I've got heat packs and insulation in my shop. Hey, Susan, did the scans go okay? This woman she fell and she bruised her eye and went for some scans, and so good. I'm glad you're okay.
She just started following me.
Who did, Susan?
Yeah.
She just started following you. Well, she's had some issues. Leave her alone.
Okay. I know I'm still her favorite.
Oh my gosh. Oh no, have you have a good yeah, I think she'll be okay. Just wanted to see, but I have to go teach. Ah, I'm glad to see you too. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. I am doing a plant sale tomorrow. I know it's cold, but we can wait a few days to ship out if we have to. Um, I really strive for that 1 day to 2 day shipping on whatnot, but with the cold and stuff like that, we will consider holding plants until probably next Wednesday or Thursday at least until we actually ship out. But yeah, nice to see you, Phyllis. Have a great day. Okay, so this is, plant chat, seller chat, whatever you guys want to chat about, drop it in the chat if you are a seller and you've got questions. Um, yeah, we got, she mentioned something about, she said, Donna said, are you doing a plant sale this morning? I said, no, I'm doing a seller chat. And she's like, yeah, because the whole country is getting ready to go into a major freeze. BF said she told you she was my favorite. Susan heard that.
Good.
She put it all in capitals. Uh-huh. Do you get in trouble for holding shipments? Okay, so technically yes, but in the plant community, you have 8 days. Okay? You have 8 days. If you are a plant seller selling plants and you wait that whole 8 days or whatever, and whatnot gets you in trouble, you can just appeal it and say, listen, I'm selling plants. Everybody else, you've got 2 days to get stuff out. And if you're going to have a sale and you're not going to be able to ship it out for more than 2 days, then you shouldn't have a sale. I haven't had the issue. BK, I have not had the issue, but I have heard other people in the plant community who have had an issue with it and have gotten it resolved pretty quickly just by working with support. Support is pretty good most of the time when they answer your emails. The Autobot is not great, but green and leafy. Welcome in. I'm a new plant seller still setting up. I plan to start in April. I'm scared of the cold. How do people double insulate? I'd like to start in March. Okay, so let's talk winter shipping. Because winter shipping sucks. It truly does. We were selling plants on here at least. K-Dub's in the house. Emerald Coast Roots is in the house. Welcome in, everybody. We were selling plants several days a week and sending out, 100 plants at a time. And with that rate and realizing winter shipping was upon us, how are you, my love? I was like, I gotta take a break because winter shipping at least doubles your time, or it can double your time. So, my first piece of advice is don't go onto Amazon, don't go onto a website, don't go anywhere except Home Depot or Lowe's. The insulation is basically, it's just bubble wrap, guys. It's just bubble wrap. If bubble wrap is cheaper, use bubble wrap. If you really, really want the reflective bubble, then go to Home Depot or Lowe's and get the garage insulation. I'm telling you, it's the same stuff. And it's a hell of a lot cheaper. You might have to get a really big roll and cut it down to size, but it is what it is. Are you leaving me?
Yes,
I didn't
am.
realize those weren't. I didn't realize those weren't wrapped.
I know.
That was weird. So,
Everyone, have a great day. Oh wait,
say
I
hi.
get to say
Yeah.
I get to say hi. Hi everybody. I know, no hat. Hi everybody. Have a great day. Me and Soli say yes.
You have a great day too.
I will. Yeah. I went into a daze. Did you notice that?
I did.
Did you guys see me just
I'm
like
taking back over. Claire Rose says, "You too, love." Daisy says, "Donna with a green heart." Um,
Aw, how'd you know I had a green heart?
Most sellers I bought from use Priority Bubble Mail. I know it's frustrating. Yes, Priority. I mean, we've used that, and it works just fine. It works just fine. The garage insulation is fantabulous. Regular bubble wrap is fine. That's all it is. Oh, thanks, Daisy. Um, the regular insulation is just fine. So, if you get something that's a little less expensive, you're asking about how to double insulate. Some sellers will wrap each plant in bubble. Some sellers will line the inside of the box and then put the plants in and close it up. And then there's other sellers that I've gotten packages from that the entire outside of the box is also wrapped in insulation. So it just depends on how you want to do it. Okay. The main issue is just making sure that if you are using insulation, especially on the inside of the box, that there's no holes, that there's no openings, that everything, especially if you know it's going out in a really cold environment to a cold state, make sure there's no holes, because that cold air can get in. That's why a lot of sellers will double insulate. They'll line the box, or they'll put everything in an individual bubble envelope, and then they'll line the outside of the box. Yeah. Kimmy D is in the house. Welcome in. And tape all your box seams. Oh my gosh, yes. And tape all your box seams up. Absolutely. I think the biggest issue, I had somebody tell me that they didn't want to buy a heat pack because heat packs don't work. I'm like, okay, that doesn't make sense. I mean, heat packs aren't going to heat your plant. I mean, if it's 40 degrees outside, it's not going to heat that box up to 70 degrees. A heat pack is only designed to raise it 10, 15 degrees, and that's if they're used properly. You don't have to activate them. All you have to do is open the package, and they activate on their own when they're exposed to the air. Heat packs with double insulation is a no-go. Okay, you're gonna have to. I got to make sure because I'm still working on coffee, honey. I'm still working on coffee, but heat packs should be lightly wrapped in some paper without blocking the holes for the air to get in. So, and there's several places to get your heat packs from, but it's not going to raise your temperature up more than say 10 to 15 degrees inside that box. So, no matter if you're shipping to somebody that's got temperatures in the teens, that plant's still not going to have a great time. Heat packs plus TCs is a no-no. I've used them in the past. Kimmy, are you using them? Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point, Kate. That's a very good point. Okay, thank you. Because, like I said, I'm still sleeping. I'm still working on my coffee. Yeah. Um, that's yet another reason why you want to make sure everything that you're sending is well wrapped and that there's no extra moisture and all that good kind of stuff too. But yeah, you absolutely. I mean, if you're new, are you new to selling plants or just new to WhatNot selling plants? Double insulation, but no heat pack. That's good to know. Hey, Cat K. Good morning, my friend. How are you? Okay, so you're new to selling. So if you are new to selling, I would strongly encourage you to not do winter shipping your first time out because you'll get pissed off. Yeah, Cupid Valentino, welcome in. Crystals and Chrome is in the house too. We got all kinds of fun people in here this morning. All right, so yeah, I mean, winter shipping, if something's going to kill you, it's going to be the winter shipping. And it's not so much, it is the time consumption. Yeah, you skipped your winter shipping. Yep. It's not so much that it's the winter shipping itself that's going to be a problem because I mean, yeah, it's more time consuming, etc. Hey, how are you? It is the fact that when somebody gets your plant, if it's dead, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to reach out to you. They're just going to put in a refund request or what have you. And that's, that can be an issue too. It can be. Yeah. It absolutely can be. I sold some plants on, that other platform across the street, and I wrapped everything really well. Everything was wrapped really well. I knew it was a package going to the East Coast, but she said, it's not really that cold here yet. It will be next week, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, wrapped everything up. If you've ever gotten plants from me, I wrap in really good quality paper. And then I put everything in a bubble bag, and then I put her heat pack in there. Okay. So there was no double insulation or anything like that. There was no extra moisture, nothing. And she sent me pictures of the box, and UPS, I guess, because the inside of the box was fine. She said the inside of the box was fine. All of the plants were fine. Nothing was open. Nothing was leaking. So this is really weird. I don't know whether the box set out in rain or what, but the box arrived and it looked like it had been through the ringer. And what UPS did was they took all the plants out of the box and they put them in a plastic bag, tied a knot in it, put it back in the box, taped up the box, and sent it on its merry way. So by the time she got it, the box was absolutely soaked, tons of condensation inside. Fortunately, the plants were still in their bubble bags and still in their paper bags, and they were all good. So, hi. Hold on, there was a question. So, I'm wanting to begin plant selling and whatnot. What would be your key points or advice while starting out? Key points or advice? I know. Isn't she cute? Say hi, everybody. Say hi. I'm a brat. My name is Solana, but I'm a cute brat. Oh yeah, she is growing. She is my shadow. I know. I love her too, and she loves me. I cannot go. Pretty much, I can't go anywhere. Your feet are really wet. Your feet are really wet. Um. So my key points, my key points on getting started in any kind of plant business is number one, number one, number one. Can you sell plants? You need to let your fingers do the walking. If you do not have a license, there you go. KW, you beat me to it. You've got to get a nursery license. You have to get a nursery license. Now, there are some states that don't require it. There are other states that, like Arizona, you don't have to have a nursery license. But depending on your state, read through it. You're in Arizona. So you want to basically let your fingers do the walking, contact your local Department of Agriculture and say, listen, I'm looking at selling Hoyas, or I'm looking at selling Monsteras, or I'm looking at selling citrus trees. Whatever it is you're looking to sell, just make sure that you reach out to them, because there are some states that are kind of ambiguous and say, unless you're selling winter hardy plants, well, house plants are considered winter hardy because they're in your house. So it's really a very fine line. So get yourself licensed. You do not need an LLC, in my opinion, although a lot of people recommend doing an LLC. We may consider that. We were going to do it, and just, craziness happened. But there's Ida. Welcome in, everybody. But yeah, I like what K Dub said, because once you get licensed, just be authentic, be natural, be yourself. People will like you or they will not like you. I mean, it is what it is, right? So, and Kimmy, I you inspired me to play with OBS again, and I had a Google Meet yesterday with Zoe's Treasures, and he helped me a lot with my settings and stuff like that. So I'm excited about it. Hopefully, I'll have it up and running for Monday is when I'm going to start our new free weekly plant sessions. Yeah, he was funny. He was funny. What are we showing? Hold on, I'm scrolling back up. Oh yeah, don't do $1 starts. There's another good one. I missed that part that you said, K-Dub, but yeah. She's getting there. She's getting there. I thought I had it all battened down and everything like that. No, no, the license doesn't. I'll come back. Let me come back to both of those. Finish my one thought really quick. So I was doing OBS with Kimmy, well not Kimmy shows, with Banana Farmer shows, and I even got a new an upgraded computer, upgraded my memory, all that kind of stuff, and it was still lagging and everything else. So I was like, you know what, I don't have time for this. And then all I had to do was tweak some settings. So trying to get started with waiting for your license. So a license does not allow you to buy wholesale from local greenhouses. What allows you to buy wholesale from local greenhouses is your sales tax, your resale certificate. You also need that. There's too many people out there that are trying to sell stuff that don't even have a sales tax ID. So again, Google it. Go to your state website and fill it out. Some states are free. Texas, it's free. Um, and you know, do it that way. So yeah, dollar starts unless somebody has something that you want or you've got a bunch of people. I would not do. I've done dollar starts occasionally. I mean, I've even tried to do like a rehab plant. Like, guys, here's a plant. It needs help. I'm starting it at $1, and it sells for crazy amount of money because people love rehab plants. I don't know what it is about rehab plants. They love being able to nurse something back to health. It's like, all right, go take it. But when you think about doing $1 start after fees, if your item only sells for $1, you're only going to make, I know Kimmy's got the figure right there in her head, but it's like 50 some cents. Okay. If your dollar starts, you have to be comfortable. Yeah, absolutely. You have to be comfortable with it selling at $1. Yes. You don't need the LLC. You should have a tax permit. It doesn't matter whether you're operating from home or not. I operate out of my home, and the Texas Department of Agriculture shows up at my home to inspect my greenhouse. 48 cents. Do a $2 start if you want, and you'll net 138-ish $1 plans for people with a large following. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. You don't want to do dollar starts on anything. Even Banana Farmer in her shows. I mean, she'll do $3 starts. But yeah, I like that idea too. I like that idea because giveaways, you get the giveaway goblins, the givey goblins that come in. And it's going to cost you, if you're sending something out with a flat rate envelope, not flat rate, a first class envelope, it's going to cost you 73 cents in shipping. So why not just do a $1 start and get somebody to pay for shipping when you do a raid and things like that? I like that idea. And I also only do buyer giveaways too. So, oh, yeah, your packing materials cost more than that. Absolutely. Learning so much because I want to start selling my succulent baskets. Ooh, Jessie Little Bloomer. Oh, I like that name. And the other thing is too, I mean, I only recently did I set up a personal account for me to shop on WhatNot because I don't want people knowing, oh, well, Winterwolf's buying this. We'll see that in her show in a few weeks. No, that's not, I don't buy on WhatNot to resell plants. I buy for myself on WhatNot. But I recommend that you keep your business separate from your personal buying. It'll make it easier at tax time too. But yeah, you should have a reseller permit or sales tax ID, however, whichever way your state talks about it. You should investigate um, the floral license, nursery license, plant seller license, whatever it is, and see what you need to do. And yes, they will come to your home. I've got to renew mine, as a matter of fact. Um, I had gotten my nursery license. The state of Texas, like I said, it cost me $110 to do the state of Texas. And I got my license in the mail and I was like, oh, well, this is easy. And probably about 2 months later, I was doing a live outside on the back porch and somebody showed up at the door and it was a representative from the Department of Agriculture. And I was like, okay, give me just a second, blah, 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 blah. Told my people in the live, hey, they're here, hang out with me for a few minutes. And everybody hung with me because they were curious. We got a clean bill of health. And that just, kind of instilled confidence even more in my plant people that I had in my show because, here's the Department of Agriculture. They're coming to inspect. And you've had them come 3 times? Yeah. See, they haven't. Let me knock on some wood. They haven't been. I mean, I'm not fearful. I mean, my greenhouse, I just cleaned it all out, so it looks good. Well, if they had come last week, I would have been embarrassed for them to see it because there was, it just needed some work. But yeah, thanks. But yeah, new to buying online plants with general shipping rule when the mail doesn't deliver on time and the plant suffers. So, honey, well, I'll come back to that planty plants. So when you're buying plants, the first thing you need to do if you have an issue with your order with anything that you buy on WhatNot or any other platform, the first thing you should do is take photos and message your seller. If it's a good seller, they are, yeah, exactly. They check my greenhouse and stuff like that. But if they're a good seller, they're going to either, offer a replacement or offer you some other form of compensation, or they're going to say, hey, I'm really sorry. Please reach out to WhatNot support. And you basically put in a refund request for an item damaged in shipping. Okay. Um, so that's the first step. And that's exactly how that would work is you would reach out to WhatNot and WhatNot will actually refund you. If it's an item damaged in shipping, it doesn't count against the seller because that's not the seller's fault. Now, if the seller forgot something, they sent the wrong item or something like that, then, you know, it stinks when the seller doesn't respond within the 48 hours and that's out of support. I don't even wait the 48 hours. I am so impatient. I figure I'm on this app a gazillion times. This is my business. This is my life. This is what I do. I sell plants. I sell wholesale jewelry. I do educational content and I hang out with my planty family. Okay. I'm on here multiple times throughout the day. This app and other apps that I'm on. I'm always checking messages. If you guys don't hear from me within 4 to 6 hours, send the police because I've probably been kidnapped. Okay. I gotta scroll back up. Let's see. Da, 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 da. We got that one. Yeah, I've had them come once, but we've only been a licensed nursery since last November. Not this past November, but 2024. And Planty Plants, what they did with me was they came, they inspected my greenhouse. They asked about what kind of pesticides I was using. They asked if I sold citrus trees because here in Texas, you can't sell citrus out of your area. Um, I'm glad you joined too. Waited 2 weeks and never got my plants, and I asked for a refund. I know you have to wait another week to see if my plant delivers. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. I waited 2 weeks and never got my plants, and I asked for a refund. I now have to wait another week to see if my plant delivers. Oh, that's frustrating. I know. A lot of sellers miss the other box, and that's wild to me because I see them. A lot of sellers miss the other box. I missed something. Oops, I missed something. KW, you got chatted. You got right chatted. I had this happen to me. I messaged the seller and they never responded. I ship cakes for a living and we always replace if it doesn't get delivered in time. I guess this guy doesn't. It is a risk. Yeah. You ship cakes? Yeah. Did you say cake? Wait, did you say cake? Well, it is hard if you go through the chatbot. Okay. But if you are a seller, you email them directly through, I think it's seller support at whatnot.com or something like that. You email them and they usually get back to you within 24 hours. If you go through the bot, you're never going to get a response. But yeah, did you see how we all perked up when you said cake? Oh my gosh, it was too funny. All right. So yeah, what do you need? You need a reseller tax ID, you need a floral license, nursery license, whatever your state calls it. Um, you need to be prepared for winter shipping if you're going to do anything like that. Even if you're not selling plants, if you're selling something completely different, make sure you know how you're going to package it. I even went in to see if they sold cake on this app just in case. Give me all the pretties. Hey, silly boo. Um, and going live for me is easy. I mean, it's like, you know, I actually miss it, so I asked for a refund. Why is it making you wait another week? Will it usually refund after the week I don't receive after reporting? It will. So, whatnot's kind of if you put in that you haven't gotten the package yet, they make you wait 2 weeks, and it's not they make you wait 2 weeks. It's because USPS sometimes is stupid. Sometimes just by putting in a request through Whatnot that you haven't gotten your package yet, Whatnot then automatically reaches out to USPS and says, "Hey, where's this package?" And it's wild because miraculously 9 times out of 10 your package will show up in the next day or two. Once you get your package, that's when the 2 days starts, when you have to let Whatnot know if there's been any issues. So wait, what about Rooted Somerville? Postures does again. Lots of control of your business over there and a different. There's a very different clientele. There's a very, very different clientele. Yeah, you can do a trace. Absolutely. I waited 2 weeks and now it's making me wait another week. It depends on what it is. It depends on what it is. Are they over across the street? I didn't see. I haven't been on here buying and searching and stuff. We've been so hellaciously busy. I haven't noticed that people like that have left. I'm sad about that, but they're on PS. So it's a different clientele. It is a different clientele. It's a different mood. The community over here, in my opinion, is way cooler than the community over there. And there's a lot of competition over there. So you have to be on your game. Um, but that's where we started. That's where we started. It's a very different tax bracket over there. Yes. You've got the people over there that are going to spend $1,000 for this mug and it's worth $10. Oh, yeah, there is. Shipping here is better, but that's what people don't understand. It's not that shipping is necessarily better. With plants, it's actually not great during the winter and stuff because as a plant seller, I cannot on this app offer UPS 2 day shipping or even overnight shipping. I can't because there's no option for that. Okay. Yes, as a buyer, you're only paying $9.21 for up to 5 pounds. But what you don't realize is that Whatnot has a huge contract with both Shippo and USPS to get that $9.21 fee. Go to your post office and try and ship out a 12 by 12 box at 5 pounds weight and see how much it's going to cost you. It's going to be a minimum of 17, 18 bucks. Okay. So when you think about going over to an app like Across the Street, yes, you're paying the seller directly for that shipping, but that seller then has to turn around and purchase that shipping label. But you know what? Now the $15 in weather protection is a little over the top. Shopify is more of a platform, in my opinion, for people to have host their websites and stuff like that. But yes, when you think about it that way, for me to ship out one plant via priority mail across the street, that's crazy. It's going to cost me a minimum of say $10, depending on where in the country this person is, and that's for a small box. Start adding plants to that. You're adding weight, you're adding size to the box, and the bigger the box, the more expensive it is. The heavier the box, the more expensive it is. We do $17 and $2 for every extra over there, and that barely covers the actual shipping cost. I if I make any money on my shipping over there, it's maybe a dollar, maybe $1.50. I really am very, very good with my shipping. And I will refund if it's like, more than a dollar, $2. If I don't keep my money. I don't keep my shipping money. Um let's see, hold on. I'm scrolling up, hold on. Better try celebrate Whatnot. Whatnot has a great community. You as a seller, um, the there is just the community over here is just awesome. Um, and I think what happens with some of these sellers, I mean, if I'm going to spend $20 for a heat pack and insulation, that plant better be in a nice little tucked blanket. Let me tell you, I didn't know. I didn't get how I ordered some sedum. No soil, no pot, just one item, $14 shipping. Jesse, because it's going to cost that person $14 probably to ship. Now, one little tiny sedum, they probably could have gotten you a lot cheaper shipping. But go on to USPS.com, go on to pirateship.com and look at some different box sizes, like, a 6 by 6 by 6 box versus a 12 by 12 by 12 versus a 24. Go in and do some price calculations. Like on Pirate Ship, there should be a price calculator, and you can see it's going to cost money. It's not going to cost somebody $10 to ship your item. It's going to cost them more. Is UPS cheaper? Yes, UPS is cheaper. But most people, like over here, like I said, you can't use UPS over here. Now, there are some sellers in the plant category that are approved to use UPS, but it's a pain in the ass because you have to put money out. So on here, on this app, somebody buys a plant from you, they pay $9.21 because you're shipping everything priority. And then you have to go to Pirate Ship or UPS, wherever you're buying your labels, you have to go and buy that label. So let's say somebody wants to do UPS and they want to upgrade to 2-day shipping. That's going to be like $30, let's just say. So you've got to now go buy that label. You've still got this 921 hanging out over here, right? You've got to go buy that label, and then you've got to come back and you've got to tell your buyer, okay, you paid 921, it cost me 30, so here's an invoice for the rest. And then you've got to reach out to WhatNot to get them to reimburse you the 921. So it's a pain in the ass. Anyway, um, yeah, UPS will leave this stuff on the truck every night. Usually we buy plants, it takes 7 days. Okay, so yeah, USPS will bring their trucks or bring their items inside, so it's out of the elements. UPS will leave their items on the truck. That's why I recommend 2-day shipping when I do UPS. As far as, again, I can't stress enough, the shipping, it's not that it's expensive on that other app, it's that the sellers are gouging over there. It just depends on what you're selling. If you're selling tissue cultures and you're only sending a small box, you could probably get away with sending that small box for about 10 to 12 bucks. But if I'm selling 5 plants and I've got to put them in a bigger box, like a 12 by 12 by 12, it's going to wind up weighing 3 to 5 pounds. Then it's going to cost me. I mean, I just did some shipping labels the other day. It's going to cost me via USPS. It's going to cost me a minimum of, say, $18. Okay. I can't. I can't afford that. I mean, you've got to be able to pass that cost on to your customer. And unfortunately, WhatNot has spoiled us. They have spoiled us because you pay 9.21, you get free shipping after you paid your 9.21 up to usually 5 pounds, and everybody thinks, oh, it only costs $9.21 to ship. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. The only reason that it costs $9.21 here is because WhatNot has that huge contract with Shippo and USPS. Because imagine how many sellers are on this app at any one time selling, and how many packages are going out every single day just from this app. It's craziness. Now, there's good things and bad things about both apps. Um, Here, you have to ship everything out within 2 days. 2 business days. Unless you're a plant seller, then you have up to 8 business days. But over there, you can send it out whenever you want to. So there's a big plus in that, if I sell a plant across the street, I can hold it if it's winter or something like that. I can hold on to it and not send it out until the weather is a little bit warmer. But you don't get your money, of course. You don't get your money. Here, a seller gets their money as soon as they print the label. Across the street, you don't get your money until it shows as being scanned in by USPS and actually shipped. So that's a good plus too. Okay, let me scroll back up. Time to leave me, Lucille. Okay, here we go. So, one guy does free shipping and installation. Yeah, and his plant prices or his item prices are probably more expensive too. Is it cheaper to get a shipping label, or does it matter if you get them printed? Jesse, I'm not sure I understand your question. I mean, if you're going to print, if you're going to do you need to do your own. Get a thermal shipping label printer. They cost about 50, 60 bucks. Use a 13 to mail something priority to the East Coast across the street. Yeah. Yeah. See, it's not that it's terribly expensive, it's that the sellers are gouging you. I can't do all the fees more than I can't do all the fees more than the plants. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, Timu has them, Amazon has them. One plant 4 inches outside of this app to ship cost me $10.48. Right. Yeah. So, and that's what I think a lot of people don't think about. Yeah, she does tissue culture, so they're little tiny packages, so she can probably fit a bunch in one little box. You can one time. I did one time. I got 6,000 labels one time. I went to order them, and they said I can't do that anymore. So you can do it one time. And if somebody knows a trick on how to get them multiple times for free, let me know. But since I haven't generally used UPS, maybe that I've been starting my shipping back over across the street, they'll probably say, okay, you can do it now, but you can get 6,000 free labels from UPS. So can't figure out how to do that. I need your help. Having help. Yeah, absolutely. Think of it also, you're providing access to plants people may not be able to get locally. So you're providing access and a service. Absolutely. Yeah, see, I have not, and I think that's why I need to look into that because now I am using UPS for outside of this app. So yeah, I was mad. I was like, oh, I got this huge box. I was like, what is in this box? And I got mad when I went to go reorder because it's nice because postage labels can be expensive. But yeah, get yourself a thermal label printer because like I said, they're 50, $60. Timu does have them. Um, and they're little Bluetooth printers. You can operate them from your phone. You can operate them from your computer, from your iPad, wherever you're doing your shipping from. The one thing that I don't recommend is that you print your labels from your phone. I think you should do all of that from a computer so that you can see what you got going on. But it's entirely up to you. Oh, it's a big time saver. My only thing here, and I know it's just a matter of me hitting certain buttons, but I'll have time when I go to print my labels over here and it's a packing slip and the label. I would just rather hit, print and hit enter and print and hit enter instead of print and print page 1 or print page five. So I wish they would allow you to just print the shipping labels and do your packing slips separate because it's crazy how it does the printing. But and that I know it's just a matter of time for me. I know that I can print them separately. Let's see. It's the service. I stay at home and buy stuff I can go get from the store. Sure, why when I can support the seller. You stay at home and buy stuff you can go get from the store. But why when you can support a seller? Which box sizes do we start off with? Plants? Buying stuff online is addictive. With plants, you need to make sure that everything is set to 1 pound for your plants. You need to figure out how many plants to a box you can fit in a box. We do the large priority boxes. I do not do flat rate because plants aren't that heavy. You don't need to do flat rate. Plus, the difference in size between a large flat rate box and a large shipping box is about an inch, which you'd be amazed how much more plant stuff and stuffing you can fit in there. Um, the delivery is the only bad part about this. It's not, well, if the person is shipping it out right away, that's not the app's fault. That's USPS's fault. And USPS and UPS and FedEx, they all have issues. I was expecting 3 huge boxes last week. Only one of them came on time, and that was the one from UPS. The two that were late, 2 days late, came from FedEx. It's like, what the hell? You know? Yeah, with the holidays, everything is slow. Does creating the label mean the seller still has the package or the facility? Okay, so when it says label created or shipping or what have you, let's see what it says. Hold on a second, because now I gotta look. When it says that it's in process, then it's in process. Hang on 1 second. Okay, so it will say once it's dropped off to USPS, it will say in transit. Okay. So when you go to sell an item on WhatNot, you have 2 days to get it out. You're going to ship it out. USPS is going to scan it, and then it goes into in transit. We should start a planting shipping business. Yeah, that's kind of what we all do. Is plant. We ship. We sell plants. We ship. I mean, it's crazy. I'm working on getting certified and will stick to starting in April. Are there supplies you forget when you first started or some you would suggest? Um, the thermal printer for sure. Your packing material, you're going to need whatever you decide. And trust me, I've been selling plants in an online capacity for several years. And I've changed my packaging like 3 or 4 times. I've changed my branding 3 or 4 times. And it's just a matter of I'm always trying to make it better or more fun or what have you. So as long as my plants get there safe, great. I'm getting ready to change my packaging again. So and make them, I'm just gonna say, more fun. They'll still be safe, they'll still be beautiful, but don't be afraid to change the way you do things. Don't be afraid to change and improve and all that good kind of stuff. The only other things I can think, you're going to need some way to label your plants with at least the number or the name of the person who bought your stuff. You can use masking tape and a Sharpie, or you can print out labels. I print labels, I put labels and everything. If you're selling plants, pet peeve. I really have a big pet peeve when sellers do not label their plants. And I had a seller one time who I asked them, "Do you label your plants?" And like, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. I do my $1 starts and everybody buys and they can just watch the video receipt. I haven't bought from that seller since. So, um, it takes me like literally a couple of seconds to put a label on my plants. Yeah, I don't like having to go back and do the videos if I don't have to. I mean, something might happen, maybe by the time the plant gets to you, the label has gotten lost in the shipping fluff or something. That doesn't usually happen. But I label everything. Okay, I'm going to say 99% just to make sure. But I label it all. So, but yeah. Shipping can be daunting. Just take your time. The first several times that you do it, take your time. Reach out to some sellers that you've gotten plants from or you've gotten items from that you enjoyed their packaging and see if they will show you how they do it. Okay. There's one I'm never buying again. Reached out to them and they basically called me a liar and blocked me. I was like, what? I'm curious who that was. I like when the plant-based carb. And, you don't. I have mixed feelings about that. I have mixed feelings about that because if I'm putting my plants in a box and I am stuffing it with filler and that box, when I close it, that box isn't moving around, I don't need all that extra tape. I think tape is evil. I truly think tape is evil. Um, So I have mixed feelings about that. If you are putting one plant in a box and you're not putting enough filler, when you go to close that box, if there's any movement in that box when you do, like the Dairy Queen test or what have you, then you don't have enough filler in there. Okay. I do not use tape when I fluff and I use plastic wrap on the plant and then I fluff. I use paper. Literally, my plants have two pieces, maybe three, two pieces of tape, but that's on the outside of the paper. That's it. Oh, you're back. That is it. And I don't have people complaining about it. Shipping bags to filler. Well, it's one of those things that it happens. All sellers do it. We've done it. Um, when you get to a point where you're kind of in a pinch, you're kind of in a bind, you're waiting for your shipping supplies to arrive. Yeah. You had one come with napkins. Yeah, I got some plants from on another app and gal sent me and they were wrapped in tissue paper. And she was a new seller and I reached out to her and I said, "Hey, I just want to let you know. Yeah, everything arrived okay, but the tissue paper didn't really make it." And she's like, "That's not tissue paper. That's gift wrap from Dollar General." I'm like, "It's tissue paper." Yeah, absolutely. Pick what you like. And I got a package last week that I opened that thing up and I got the biggest smile on my face. It stays wet. Yeah, it does. It stays wet. So you also shouldn't be shipping your plants out when they're wet unless it's a recently propagated, I guess is the best word. I ship out a lot of plants that are recently out of propagation So the soil is a little more moist, but I do wrap everything in plastic so it shouldn't leak and it shouldn't be drippy. It should be moist but not drippy. Now in the wintertime, in the summertime, that could be a problem, but well, you have to use polyfill. You have to use fluff. That protects your plant. I mean, if it's I mean, what other alternatives are there? I mean, yes, there's alternatives out there, but what other cost-effective alternatives are there? Yeah, surprised they didn't make it. Yeah. It is hard, but and that's one of the things I always tell people, "Hey, if something happens with your plant, reach out to me first, please, because if I can replace it, I will." Moist cotton pad on the bottom of the pot and wrap that in plastic. A little messy, but seems to work. There's summer shipping. No, it's about the same. Got a package for me, ingredients. Type package, no loose soil. Also recycle. Oh yeah, definitely recycle when you can. People complain about overpacking. We'll also be the first ones to complain about it not being packed good enough. Yes. Yep. 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 Absolutely. Guilty dogs bark the loudest. Yep. So summer shipping, no, there's no real difference. You're just not using heat packs and insulation. I mean, you can use insulation, but I don't recommend it. Not in the summer, personally. Oh, when it smells like mildew, ooh, gross. No. 20 inches. Oh my God, where are you, Jamie? Tulsa's about to get like 12 to 16 inches of snow. Houston's fixing to get ice and stuff. Every time I get box, so everywhere I empty the box. Yeah, Virginia. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're getting a nor'easter coming in. Um, yeah. I mean, I've had. You can only put plastic and fluff on it so much. I mean, you don't want to cover your plant, but like I sell Syndapsis and I sell rooted Syndapsis and I keep it in the Fluval. So I make sure I put fluff and I do plastic wrap, but now I'm putting a humidity dome with the valve open because Syndapsis can be okay with a little bit of extra moisture for the trip. Hoping to, keep that Fluval in just in case it gets bounced around in shipping, which it will. With this weather, better time to check it. I know it stands still. We used to say I grew up in Baltimore, so and even in Oklahoma, if you don't like the weather, stand still. It'll change. 50 below wind chills. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's crazy. But yeah, I mean everybody has their different ways of shipping. Some, I mean, that's all I use. I don't know what anybody else would use besides polyfill to protect the leaves and the stems of their plants. Am I missing something? Because if I am, it's probably expensive. I mean, pretty much everybody uses some type of polyfill, and you can get polyfill for cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap. I mean, some people have gone to garage sales and bought pillows and de-stuffed the pillows to use as their polyfill. 3 snowplow trucks, so my husband. Yeah, but he can't drive all 3 of them at one time. I mean, I hate to, but if it's an ugly ass pillow, oh, you have drivers, okay. you know, don't tell Banana Farmer because she'll be right there. She'll be right there. She wants one of those backhoes so bad. I'm like, what the hell are you going to do with the backhoe down here? What the hell are you going to do with the backhoe? We can't get it into the backyard. We can't. I mean, it's crazy. But yeah. Oh my goodness. But anyway, yeah. She is adorable. She is adorable. You know what? We've got She pulled off a huge bunch the other day. We've got 30-degree temp. We've got like I think the low is going to be 34 starting Saturday through Tuesday. It's just inconvenient enough that we are going to have to cover all of the plants. So it's going to look like, I don't know, a war zone in our front and backyard. But she's got still like 2 bunches of bananas that are growing. So we're going to have to pull those off, which means then she's going to have to cut those trees down. Yeah. One seller uses cardboard and wraps it around the plants. They use one piece of tape. on the planet. It works really well. Yes, but that corrugated cardboard can only protect that plant so much. The fluff also helps to protect the leaves and stuff from bouncing around, and getting damaged during shipping. So you still need, in my opinion. Oh, thanks for that. Thanks. No, I'm kidding. If it gets to be that bad, I'll just wind up bringing them all in the house, which is crazy. Yeah, polyfill and wrapping is so much better. The vibration shock as well. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word. But yeah, I mean, corrugated cardboard is great, but you still need some kind of protection around those leaves. I mean, you think about a plant, if I don't have anything handy other than other than this is not okay. So here's corrugated cardboard, okay? You put your plant in here, even if it's tapped around, you're going to have this thing moving back and forth, and it's going to cause issues with that plant. So you've got to. We have a generator actually, so oh my god. Did you mean to get red chatted? Did you mean to get red chatted? I think it's cuz you said white trash. I'm not sure. But you said something she's Daisy said, "Dude, just don't make us look like white trash since it's out front." Um if we lose flowers, okay, yeah. See, we have a generator, so I'm good. But I would bring it in to the house if I had to. I do not have. Well, I do actually. But you're going to need more than just a greenhouse heater. You need to make sure that you've got. Um, oh, come on, let's go. I mean, it's going to be in the 30s, but only for like 3 or 4 days. So, and then it'll be back to the 60s. The greenhouse heater that I use, it's small, but you need to have some way to monitor it. So you either need to have a smart plug that's hooked up to your A thing that if I say her name, she will ask me what's going on. You know what I'm talking about? Um, you need like a Yo-Link hub so that you can monitor the temperature and stuff like that. Yes, it does, but I have a fan in there. I have shade cloth over mine, and my plants actually love it when it's hot. It really does. Let's see, orders greenhouse heater. Heater. Um, I think I got it on Amazon. Hold on. Yes, I did. So this is the one that I use. It's by Guard Tech. Um, and it only costs $60. It's on sale right now for $60. This is the one that I use. It's small. I only have a small one. It's for, it's 1500 watt. It's made by Guard Tech, and it's only $60. And it comes with a thermostat little doohickey thing so that you can always see what temperature it is in your greenhouse or in your area or what have you. And then I have that plugged into a smart plug so that and I also have a Yo Link smart hub with a temperature and humidity sensor in the greenhouse, which I think I got that on Amazon also. And that I can literally open that up on my phone at any time, or it'll send me alerts at any time that says, hey, the temperature in your greenhouse is blah, 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 blah. Like right now, it's 70 degrees. Oh, wow, you can't even see that. It's like 70 degrees. I think my humidity sensor is a little off on that one because it's definitely not 95% humidity in there. But I don't know. I haven't been out there today. It could be. But it's nice. It's called Yo Link Hub. Yo Link Hub and the Yo Link. So look that up too. Those are pretty cool for that. And then that will kind of integrate in. Yeah, it is a great price. Polyfill and baggy plus wrap. But yeah, that's what I have. And then, so I can monitor the temperature from the comfort of my living room, bedroom, wherever, via the YoLink app. And then when I see that the temperature is dropping, or if I know that it's going to be in the 30s on Saturday night, then I can just tell this AI thing over here, hey, turn on the greenhouse heater, and it'll turn it on for me. So I don't even have to go out of my house, which is nice. But that's it's small. I mean, my greenhouse is small. My greenhouse is like 8 by 10, something like that. So it's perfect. If you've got a bigger space, then you're going to want to look at something different. But yeah, otherwise just bring stuff in. But yeah, I mean that's kind of the fun thing with that's kind of the fun thing with like Kimmy's doing the tissue cultures and stuff like that. I mean, they take up such minimal space in many ways. But even in here, like I do all my propagations inside the house. So I don't ever have to worry about that. It's the mature plants that go out to the greenhouse because there's too much of a temperature fluctuation out in that environment, which can be really bad for some of your baby plants and stuff like that, some of your propagations. But yeah, Alexa, stop. I don't care what's on my calendar. What's on my calendar? Oh, yeah, I do have to do that. Alexa, continue. Yeah. Well, this has been a nice little way to get back into the plant and seller chat. Nobody asked any plant related questions, but that's cool. I was doing just strictly a seller chat, and I know people would always ask plant related questions, so it's like just like, okay, we'll just do a combination. So here's the other fun thing: if you are not following me, you need to be following me. Number one, just you need to be following me. Um, we are starting on hopefully Monday. Right now, I've got it scheduled for Monday, and it'll be every Monday. I know, me too. Um, I am starting a new free seminar series, guys. It's called the Plant Sessions. And oh, it's not going to let me do this. Okay. It's called the Plant Sessions. It starts Monday morning. I'm going to be doing it's like a 12 to 16 week. We're going to talk about something different every week. They're only going to be like 30 to 60 minutes tops. I will do a plant sale after that, but Monday's show is all about what makes a plant and how plants work. And then there'll be other episodes like basic plant botany is following that. We'll talk about substrates. We'll talk about root health and oxygen, water and how to do it, nutrition, and just building on it. So if you and this isn't something that I claim to know everything. If there's somebody in the show that knows more stuff, I'm absolutely going to let people put in their chime in their thoughts and stuff like that. But I know I get a lot of questions, a lot of people on here that, hey, I'm new to the plant world. I don't know how to take care of these plants. What am I doing wrong? Why do my leaves have brown leaves? Why do my plants have brown leaves and all this kind of stuff? So I thought, okay, whatever. I've been talking about doing this for months. Mailing fees are so tired. Everyone is using 2-day mailing. It's not like yeah, Deb, we were having this conversation earlier that on other apps, it's not that the other apps are expensive. They can be, but it's that this app, WhatNot, has a huge contract with Shippo and USPS. You cannot go to USPS and send a 5-pound box out yourself for $9.21. Go and try it. It's not going to happen. It's going to be probably 15 to 20 bucks to send out that same box. On other apps, you pay the seller for shipping. The shipping then has to, the pirate ship is going to be a little bit cheaper than USPS, but it's still going to cost you. Tell me where you can send a 12 by 12 by 12 box for 5 pounds for $10. It's not going to happen. Not through USPS. Pirate Ship or USPS.com or Shippo or anybody. It's still going to cost money. Yeah. WhatNot has unfortunately spoiled people on shipping because it doesn't happen in the real world. It doesn't happen in the real world. I've been selling on multiple platforms for a decade. And this is the first app that I've ever sold on that does the shipping this way. And it costs $9.21 for up to 5 pounds. On the other apps, I'm sending a plant. It might only weigh 3 pounds, but I've got to put in the weight. I've got to put in the dimensions of the box just like I do over here. And it's going to cost me almost double all day long. Almost double. And that's what people don't understand. When they go to different apps, they're like, oh, shipping is so expensive here. No, it's really not. And yes, you can use Shippo, you can use Pirate Ship, you can use all these different places to get a little bit reduced fees from USPS. But here's the other thing too. USPS is constantly raising their fees. Is it cheaper for you to use UPS? In most cases, yes. You can't use UPS over here. You can't. And if you can, you have to be approved to be able to use UPS over here. There are a few plant sellers that do use UPS, but not many because they're not approved. And I don't know what the deal is. I wish we could actually use UPS, but we can't. I've never had an issue with anything arriving damaged with UPS, to be honest with you. And I probably just jinxed myself. But it doesn't, I mean, USPS insures anything up to $100. So I am too. I am too. Well, good morning, Cindy Sue. How are you, my dear? Anyway, tomorrow morning, guys, I'm doing fantabulous. Gearing up for this cold we're going to get. We're going to have to spend time on Saturday covering all our plants outside. The dirt was frozen solid. Say what? Was it wrapped at all? Was it in insulation at all? Because it doesn't matter whether it's shipped UPS or USPS. It matters of how that seller packed the box. But it does matter because UPS does not empty their trucks at night. So if it went through a cold area and sat in that truck all night, that has a lot. Yeah, you do have to ship dryer. You have to ship dryer in the summertime too, because yeah. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but I don't even want to know what kind of plant it was because it'll just make me sad. But yeah, the buyer, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's not my fault when I tell you 3, 4, 10 times in my live, hey, there's heat packs and insulation in the shop. And yes, there are sellers out there who way overcharge. Way overcharge. Unidentifiable. Ugh, that's a shame. That's a shame. That's a question, Daisy Girl. Are you still in here? I am not great with quorums. Allocations absolutely hate me. So if anybody knows the answer to that question about the quorum drying out and still growing, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I am the Pothos Queen. But anyway, tomorrow morning, is it a raisin? Oh, that's a good one. Is it hard or squishy? Hard or squishy. If it's squishy, it's toast. But not water mine before shipping, and he did. Yeah, that's allocation. Yeah. So not water mine. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, sometimes sometimes it's hard. I mean, I would rather ship a plant out when it's a little drier and have it get to you needing a really good thirsty drink of water. Um, yeah, yeah. Daisy, did you see the question about the corm? She wants to know, she got a corm in the mail that was wet and swollen. I dried the corm out. Do you think it will still grow? And I don't know if she's responded to, is it hard or squishy yet? You were in your mom's life trying to support. Yeah, if it's squishy, it's toast. I do know that. I'm not the corn queen. The corn queen, unless there's another corn queen in this live, the corn queen is Daisy Girl. So, all right, here's your chance. If you are a seller, listen carefully. If you are a seller, tag yourself, tell us what you sell, and when your next show is. Ready, set, go. If you are a seller, tag yourself, write what you sell, and when your next show is. Drop it in the chat. If you are a seller, tag yourself. Clothing for now. Saturday. Nice. And then I need everybody to click on every one of these people. You sell hopes and you sell hopes and reams of paper. Nest and Vine. Plants every week. Tonight we got pallet pool party. What? Max shipping with no limit. Nice. Direct to film custom tote bags and mugs. Next show unsure. Daisy Girl. Sell plants and jewelry. Next live is jewelry raid chain next Friday. You gotta have that paper, girl. Yes, you do. Plants. Show tomorrow likely. Depends on the weather. Plants April 5th. Me tomorrow. Nice. All right. I gotta tag myself. Okay, we've got a plant show coming up tomorrow morning, and we will be back. Why is it not? Why am I not being able to tag myself? That is so weird. What the hell? Why can't I tag myself? That's not it. Okay. Well, anyway. Oh my gosh. Here we go. But I should still be able to tag myself. Tell me if I like the candy on this. Oh, nice. Okay. Yep. It is so hard moving to a new category. Trust me. If anybody in here knows that, I do. Daisy does for sure. But tomorrow's plants. Monday, I start the plant sessions. Now, Sunday, guys, I'm going to also tag Banana Farmer 68. Banana Farmer 68. Banana Farmer 68. She sells everything else. Sunday, she's doing case packs and bundle boxes. Thank you, Daisy. I don't know why it wouldn't bring me up. I'll probably be helping her for sure with that show because I told her last night that show's got to move faster. Because, yeah, we've got amazing stuff, case packs, amazing stuff, bundle boxes. And then I do wholesale jewelry as well, usually Tuesday nights, wholesale keychains this week. But hoping that the weather will cooperate with us so that we can get back into uh, selling the plants, which is what I absolutely love. Yeah, they have. And it happens this time of year all the time because people are like, "Oh, let's sell this. We got so much stuff. Let's go sell this." And a lot of them won't last. A lot of them won't last. A lot of them will be kicked off because they've broken community guidelines. Some of them just won't last. It's the ones who persevere, the ones who give good customer service. It's like, I don't usually, typically I won't buy from somebody if they have a review of 4.8 or less. But if it's something I really want, I always look at the reviews because there's always one or two people who, one bad apple. It's harder. Yeah, it is. Let me check out from you. I love it. And it's about to. Nice. Nice. I do too. And I respond to all my reviews religiously too. Yeah, and I'll have more glaciers tomorrow. I've got all kinds of Tarunos tomorrow. I've got Robin Jr., Torreson. I might have a love song. Um, I'm not sure if it's ready yet. I've got, oh my God, I've got so many. And I've got, yes, I'm telling you that. And I've got rare Syndapsis too. I do I have a Colorado constellation? I do. I'm pretty sure I have at least one. I am I am the Passos queen. I cannot speak all of a sudden. I might have lizard queen. If not, I've got some in propagation. Come on, come on. I am your Pathos queen. I get people all the time, and it's people who have never bought from me, but they've been in my lives. I don't think I have a dark form Trubii. I've got so many other cool ones though. Beautiful variegated ones. I've got creme brulee. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head what I have. I've got creme brulee. I've got halamoon. I think I've got a hologram or two. I've got like I don't know 70 some that are in propagation. Well, that I put in propagation, and I've got still like 20 of them that I haven't checked this week to see that if they're even in. But yes, it is. I have three of them. I have three of them. But yeah, I have all kinds of stuff, and um, I counted. I've been busy. Like, if you guys are looking for a good plant app, oops, I don't want that. If you guys are looking for a good plant app to help you keep track of your plants, I do too. And I swore for the years that I would never buy a Syndapsis, and then I found a variegated one. I'm like, oh shit. But I have the app that I use is called Planta, Planta, and you can put, all different sites in here. Like I've got, where my plants are by the front door, living room, whatever. I have, you ready for this? I have 94 pothos plants. 94 pothos plants. I have, I think I don't know how many Syndapsises I have. Hold on. Syndapsis, I probably have now like close to 60. It is a free app. You can pay for it if you want to, do a little bit like the plant diagnosis and stuff like that. You can pay for it, and it's like $40 a year or something like that. Let's see, hold on. Yeah, mm, I'm in the process of repotting a lot of my plants because they need to be put into bigger pots. Oh, speaking of which, I've got self-watering pots. If you guys are looking for self-watering pots, I've got a bunch of them in the buy it now. 3-inch, 4-inch, and 6-inch. They are used, but they're clean and sanitized. Gotta get the liquids with it. Yes. Every watering I use my nat drops. Every watering. I need to order some more, as a matter of fact. Is it easier not having to shop for plants? It depends. I miss it. I still shop for plants because I'm addicted to plant shopping. But it is really fun to watch my little plants grow and put them into my aeroponic system. And a couple days later, it's got roots. It's wild. Has anyone else been blocked for leaving an honest review? I've had two sellers block me because I dared complain about plant condition to them. Ooh, that's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is about sellers. It's like if somebody's going to give you a review, but please, if you have an issue with your order, always reach out to your seller first and see if they can fix the situation first. Give them at least an opportunity to do that. If you haven't heard from them, say within, in my opinion, 24 hours is too long. But if you haven't heard from them in 24 hours, then that's on them. Just got into orchids. I'm trying to get. Oh, I don't want to get into orchids. Mm-mm. You'll cry. Yes, it does. The gnat drops are used for gnats, for fungus gnats. I do 3 drops in a gallon of water every time I water. And yes, you can put it in with your nutrient water. I guess I better put. I guess I better write myself a note to get some more gnat drops because I'm going to need more. Reaching out to sellers when there's an issue. That's what I've heard. Yeah, because well, 3 drops per gallon of water. If you have a really bad problem, you can do 5 drops. Um, but it works. Hydrogen peroxide is great until it kills your plant because hydrogen peroxide is going to deplete the oxygen from your roots. Just saying. I mean, you can use it once in a while, but hydrogen peroxide will eventually kill your plant. And you should not be using straight hydrogen peroxide, even if it's just 3%. Um, it's great for root rot, for washing off your roots and stuff like that. Yep, I agree. Diluted isopropyl alcohol when things get, yeah. Oh, I don't think it's no matter. It's a matter of them necessarily wimping out. I think it's just a matter of miserable people like to do miserable things, if that makes sense. Um, but yeah, it's stupid. It's really stupid. Hey, Shorm, how are you, my dear? Whew. Damn, it's gone up. Yeah, it's misery loves company. Mosquito bits does work really well. The only issue, you can use the dunkers too, but with mosquito bits you have to make the tea and you have to strain it because the mosquito bits are like corn kernels or something, so you don't want to get any of those into your plant or they'll just rot and cause other issues. But yeah, the mosquito bit tea works great, but it's a pain in the butt. I've never used sulfur. I've used diatomaceous earth, but you know what? I don't have time for all that. Exactly. 3 drops in a gallon of water. Boom. Yeah, I don't. The drops are the bomb.com. I'm telling you, they're the bomb.com. Okay, I need to. Okay, that's on my shopping list. Okay, it does in the garden. What? Yeah, hydrogen peroxide. I mean, hydrogen peroxide is good for some things, but it will, like Kimmy said, and Kimmy's my science nerd. I thought I was a science nerd until I met her, but she's right. It is going to eventually cause your plant to suffer. It depletes oxygen, and it will mess with the pH and stuff like that too. Sulfur keeps the bugs at bay. Oh, the sulfur is what you were talking about. Yeah. And a lot of Hoyas that are fine one day, and the next day they're like all dead. Ooh. Right into a site that the prices are over the moon and crazy people are buying. Oh yeah. On this app, Susan? Oh, I bet I know who. Is it Lazy? Because Lazy's always on here, and she has like crazy prices, and people love her. I've never bought from her, so I don't know anything, but I've heard that she has some amazing plants. So when rooting, okay, yeah. Something, yeah, I know. Poor Daisy's like, you don't have any of those in your shop, so gnats are driving me crazy, getting in my nose and everything. I'm telling you, use the drops. Oh my god, yeah. You'll notice a difference within just a couple of days. And I mean, trust me, I had a huge problem. They were flying everywhere, and my first step was switching to a soil less mix, and that helped a little bit. But oh, this is Jewel. Oh, okay. So yeah, yeah. She's been, if it's um shucks, I forget who it was, but yeah, she's selling jewelry and stuff like that. She's got like 100 and some odd people in her show. She's been on since late last night. Nat drops. Do you know about orchids? I bought 2 for an event I'm doing and have to keep them alive for 2 weeks until then, and I'm terrified. I don't know that much about orchids except they don't need a lot of water. So if there's anybody in here that can answer that question, sometimes your orchids, like you can put in literally an ice cube, 1 ice cube, like once a week or every few days. Um, $8,000 on Birkins. What? No, like I say an ice cube, like an ice cube size amount of water. Sorry. Wow, on this app for a Birkin? Wow, that's crazy. Or was it the other app? The orchid person, ask her. I think it's House of Fort. Yep, yep. Yes, they're in my shop. Yeah, I think I'm in the wrong business. Period. I don't know. You guys are killing me with all these expensive plants. Why would? Okay, what was so special about the Birkin that they spent $8,000? And was it here on this app or was it across the street? Because that makes a difference, in my opinion. I don't know. It was a Hermes bag. Oh, it's a bag. A purse. Okay. I'm thinking, guys, I'm thinking it's a Birkin plant, not a. I hate you all. Okay, now I understand a little bit better. I'm like, oh my god, 8,000 is so crazy. I'm okay. See, I mean, I'm thinking plants. I don't. I mean, shoot, I use a little. Oh, you don't even want to know, but you want to come say hi again? Somebody is so sleepy. Come here. Oh my goodness. Don's luxury. Oh, okay. She's like, why'd you wake me up, Mom? Look at the people upside down. Look at the people upside down. She's gonna fall asleep right here. I love you. I know. Aren't her feet cute? She's got the cutest little feet. She really has cute. I love you too. But yes, they are in the shop, and if you don't get some today, you can certainly. I usually have them in the shop, um, even during the lives and stuff like that. They should be in the shop. But yeah, 3 drops in every gallon of water every time you water. And anybody have any other question? Oh, she is. I don't know. We haven't weighed her lately. I would imagine she's probably about maybe 5 pounds. My Holly girl was only about 3.5 her whole life. So PTO and bored. You're on PTO and bored. How can you be bored? See, you just need to. If you're going to take PTO, you need to make it worth your while and come down to the beach, girl. You're only 8 hours away. Come on. 102 pounds is a beast. Yeah. Well, if you're like, see, that's what Donna tells me all the time. She's like, God, do you ever stop? It's like I'm like an Energizer bunny. I keep going and going and going, and I always have a list of to do stuff. I always have to do stuff. Um, I've got a very long list of things that I have to accomplish at some point. But yeah, Banana Farmer 68 will have a pallet and case case packs and pallet pulls, bundle boxes on Sunday. She does every Wednesday too. We're doing plants tomorrow. We're doing the plant sessions. You got red chatted again. Oh my God. Okay, so she says, Daisy Girl, if I don't keep busy, I'll jack with these allocations too much and piss them off. Yes, you got red chatted for that for sure. Yeah, I've got I just repotted a lot. I still have a lot of repotting to do because I've got some unhappy plants, like this poor little sad monstera that's pissing me off. It was beautiful up until about a month ago, so I don't know what the hell its issue is, but it's fixing to get chopped and propped. But it was my beautiful Albo, if y'all remember that one. It was gorgeous. It used to be gorgeous. It'll be gorgeous again. But I don't know. Is anybody else having issues with their plants looking like shit right now? Like my philodendrons, most of my philodendrons look like shit. Seriously? Okay, good. So it's not just me because I'm like, nothing is overwatered because I use a really well draining mix and nothing's overwatered. Um, I don't know. It's 7:30 a.m. tomorrow, and then I do mornings because I love mornings, and um, I think that works best for me anyway. And I know for some of you people that aren't early risers, it doesn't work for you very well. But you know, I thought about doing a nighttime show, but I don't know. It's hard. See, now my pothos and my syndapsis are doing great. It's my philodendrons for the most part that are struggle, struggle, struggle. They're like on a struggle bus. Oh, my plants are struggling in the house. They much prefer my covered patio. Yeah, repotting refreshes soil. Now most of them have growth points and are perky. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking because a lot of my philodendrons have been in the same soil or in the same pots. I need to look because I think some of them might be root bound. So that's it's going to be cold this weekend. So I will. Oh, my Tycon is gorgeous. I don't know if y'all can see it. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Is that my Tycon? Yeah, there's my Tycon. And she is gorgeous. See if I can zoom that in. Hold on. Oops. My Tycon is absolutely gorgeous, and she puts out the prettiest leaves. And I've got a squamiferum that is just huge too. Um, I better not. Oh, whoa! I'm like, whoa! I'm like eating the screen now. Hold on. Whew, sorry about that. Do you think it's a temperature? Probably. It's probably a temperature change thing because most of my philodendrons are in this big front window. That big front window. And it's not like it's been cold down here or anything. It's just, it's I don't know. That's probably answer philodendron. That's funny. She is beautiful. I have a decently sized monstera, and she seems okay, but a few leaves look droopy. Okay, which question? My Tycon was gorgeous, but I sold her. Oh, I'm gonna have two Tycons and they're pissing me off. All my other monsteras are beautiful. And I've got my normal monstera that she put out a leaf and it like went kaput. So I need to work on her too because she looks sad right now. Yes, mine is staked here. Hold on, let me see if I can show you. I'll flip this around for a second. There's my squam. Isn't she gorgeous? I love her. I love her so much. And then see, there's my regular monstera, and she's just like not happy. And she tried to put out this new little baby leaf here, and it just stopped. It never grew. It never did shit. So in Maryland, Pennsylvania, Lowe's had mint monsteras and monster albums last week. I know. I heard. Monstera do like to be root bound. They definitely like to be root bound. If they're not root bound, they will just grow roots and they won't do leaves. So I've got mine in. I haven't done anything. Like all I do with my Tycon is water her That's it. I don't do anything because she's so beautiful, and I'm afraid that if I start touching her, like her bottom leaves are droopy, but they're bottom leaves, so I don't worry about her. I don't cut them off or anything like that. So I don't know. It's warming up. Watered my Hoyas last night, and they're so happy. Keep all your plants wrecked. Oh, nice. Check the roots through these. Well, just have a bad track record of watering monstera rotting them. Yeah, you need to make sure you've got really good drainage. And I recommend a moisture meter. Which one? The squamiferum? You haven't heard of that one, Cindy Sue? The squamiferum? She's gorgeous. She's the one that has the fuzzy petioles. Tack on it. You really had to chop one and make 3 big plants. But now monstera, how often should I water it? Okay. See this sad looking? She was beautiful. That's my elbow, and I'm not happy with her. Um, how often should I water when it's basically dry, like maybe once every week and a half, depending on the size of the pot. Get a moisture meter. And it may be that you should have repotted it earlier. It could be a lighting issue, absolutely. Well, Sandra, how are you? Um, do you have the heat on? In my house? No, I still have the air conditioning on. I have a humidifier going in. I got to refill it, but I do have a humidifier going with my philodendrons. I'm in South Texas, so the humidity in my house is always near 70%. Always near 70%, even in the wintertime. Yeah. Yeah, I use silica all the time, and I don't know what's happened with her. I have no idea what's happened with her. She's fixing to get an unpotting, repotting probably today. It's always humid here. Silica is it's the product that I use is silica gold. It's a liquid additive that you put in your water very first. Of course, I always do the fish tank chlorine and chloramine remover first, and then I add silica gold. Silica gold strengthens the immune system. It strengthens the stems. It supposedly prevents browning in a lot of your more variegated and albo style plants. Is it possible to use too much? Yes. I basically use, I think it's 1 teaspoon per gallon. So I think I do 1 teaspoon per. If you want my free nutrient recipe, here, I'll pin it for you. Do not buy this. Well, you can, but if you buy it, if you buy this, I'm not refunding you. Okay. There's my free nutrient recipe. Take a screenshot. For diatomaceous earth does work for fungus gnats, but it's messy as hell. Um, oh, my variegated Peru looks like shit too. Yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, take a screenshot. That's what I use. And then if you go up into my show notes, let me make sure they're there. Oh, I don't even have show notes. Shit. I don't have show notes. Hold on. Link tr period. No, link tr. Hold on, I'm putting my link tree in here. I can't believe I didn't have show notes in here. Winter. Okay, let me make sure I spelled it right. Okay, okay, so if you go up into my show notes, copy and paste my link tree, and that will take you over to my link tree. There's my Amazon recommended favorites. All of those products on my soilless mix recipe, my nutrient mix recipe, my favorite pots, my favorite grow lights, everything is on there. So no, you can use the fertilizer for everything that you want to. The soilless mix, you can use it in anything you want to. It just doesn't, I mean, but house plants are what it's really for, yes. A variegated Peru. The variegated Peru, I had it was beautiful. They say it has natural occurring silica in it. The diatomaceous. It should, yes, but I don't think I would. I don't think it's going to get to the roots, which is where the silica needs. So the silica, when you add silica to your watering regimen, you have to put it in very, very first. Okay, so first of all, if you're using tap water, which I use tap water, and I use fish tank chlorine remover, stir that up, and then I add my silica. Most all silica, you have to wait 20 to 30 minutes for the silica to bind with the water to make it useful. If you don't wait 20 to 30 minutes, anything else you add is just going to lock out. Okay? Just going to lock out. Silica Gold, which is what I use, is the only silica that I have found that actually you can start adding your nutrients right away. And then you add all your nutrients, add all your pesticides, whatever you want to do, stir it all up, water. Spider mites attack a beautiful. Them cane got them and took out the leaves. The leaves will regrow. Yeah, they will. And spider mites are easy to get rid of with just isopropyl alcohol. Um, but yeah, and I have um, what is I forget what it's called. Every time I bring a new plant home, yeah, it's called Silica Gold by TPS. Yep. Um, what was I going to say? It's like fungicide 3 or something like that. It's like a fungicide, miticide, and something else that I spray my plants down every time. Now, every time I bring a plant home, I use that, and it's been really well. No, you can't do that. You can't tip me because that's against WhatNot rules and regulations. So, I mean, you can tip me because you love me, but I can't send you anything because you tipped me. Tomorrow, tomorrow is a plant sale. Where did I get what? Wait, did I miss something? What's it called? You missed it. What's what called? The Nat Drops. I should have Mandula. Yep, I should have Mandula. I've got a lot of rare Tarunos. I've got a lot of Syndapsis. Oh, um, what's it called? It comes in a spray bottle. Let me just go get it. Hold on. Ouch. And I found it on sale at Lowe's, I think it was. And it's organic too, if you are into organic gardening. I need to get some more because my bottle's almost empty. This is what I've been using, and been having really good luck with it. It's garden safe. I don't know. They just haven't gotten in trouble for it. Yeah, I mean, shit, it happens. It happens, and it's unfortunate. I try really hard to take care of all my plants. Um, I had somebody accuse me once of sending them plants with thrips. I'm like, no, that didn't come from me. I mean, you can literally get thrips on your clothes and put it into your plants. So, but anyway, this is a fungicide, an insecticide, and a miticide. It controls, and I got it because no, I know it wasn't for me. I got it because I had an issue with some rust fungus on some of my pothos. That was a horrible experience because I had to take every single 90 some plants I had to take out to the back porch and spray down and wait for them to dry and then bring them all back in and cut off all the rusted infected leaves and stuff like that. It was awful. But because you get rust on one little plant. That's those little brown spots that you see, those little yellow spots, which sometimes if you get a plant like that, it's okay if somebody has um, treated the plant, but it takes care of the rust. It controls aphids, whiteflies, and other listed insects, and it controls spider mites. So get you some of this because it works really well. I spray when I bring a plant home, I either leave it outside if it's a big plant, or I'll just, I'll bring it inside, put it in the kitchen sink, which is where I don't have plants, and I'll just saturate this. Saturate this. Yeah, Captain Jack's is good too. But this is what I've been using, and I love it. It's convenient, it's organic. I found it on sale at Lowe's, but it does everything. It's a nice preventative, but it also is good when you have an issue too. So, but yeah, that's what I've been using. And in fact, I need to go get some more. So I need to go to Home Depot or Lowe's today anyway. So you can use it on roses, flowers, house plants, ornamental trees, and shrubs, fruits, and vegetables. So it's awesome. So yeah, oh yeah, you can use it with anything. So yes, you can use I've used the Captain Jacks as well. Captain Jacks has a really good fungicide. That's one of the things that I used when I had that rust, and it worked really really well. But this is just a quick. It's a quick thing I can do really quick. So oh sure, take a screenshot. But I got it. It was either Home Depot or Lowe's, and it was on sale. I should have gotten like two or three, so hopefully it'll still be on sale. Yeah, if you have too many plants, buy the concentrate. Oh yeah, absolutely. Do you treat every week, Church? No, I don't treat. Mm-mm. No, because I am. I think you can over treat things. I think if you if you are taking care of your plants, if you are feeding them correctly, if you're using the silica to help build their immune systems, you shouldn't have to treat your plants at all, to be honest with you, unless you notice something. Like maybe you brought a plant in that had rust fungus or spider mites or something like that and you missed it, then you have to treat your plants. I personally don't think you need to treat your plants every single time or weekly or even monthly. Do I do it on my plants that I sell to you guys? Yeah, on about a monthly basis. I will go around and I will spray all of my plants down. So I think people don't like neem is organic. It's I think people don't like neem because of the way that it smells. I don't see an issue with it necessarily. But it is very very good. Yeah, you isolate your plants. And even, um don't don't repot your plants right away either. Let them acclimate to your home environment for a few days up to a week or so. Um yeah, I mean, sometimes it can be overkill. Sometimes it can be overkill. If it's a new plant to you, yeah, go ahead and treat it. But my God, it's like my thought on people who over vaccinate their animals. I mean, you have to vaccinate your animals. You have to vaccinate your kids. And believe me, I am pro vaccinate, but you can overdo it. You have a cold, so you go get antibiotics. Well, guess what? A cold is a virus, and antibiotics doesn't work on viruses. So everybody continues to get sick. Oh, nice. Yeah, well, you shouldn't use even like alcohol, or you shouldn't really put do anything that you can spray on your plants. You should always do it with the grow lights and stuff like that off, out of direct sun or anything until they're dry. But yeah, your own leaf shine. Yes, I do. I did too. I made my own leaf shine too. Yeah, so I never get sick as a kid, but joined the military, got a million vaccines. See, exactly, exactly. You can definitely get over vaccinated, over treated, etc. So yeah, it because everybody has used all this stuff, and your plants are no different. If you continue treating your plants, I mean, I don't treat any of my inside plants. I don't treat any of them except when they initially come home or I see a problem. Less is more. I mean, come on. You guys, oops, I'm switching the wrong way. I have never treated this monstera other than giving her water. I have never treated that plant. Never. other than maybe when she came home for the first time and she was literally a foot tall. Okay, so you can definitely overwater, you can definitely overtreat. Yeah, if they're healthy, absolutely. Almost died. Oh, what new? There's see, I haven't been a pediatric. I used to work in pediatrics. I don't even know what new vaccines they've got out, but there's negative reactions that people have. Usually, it's not to the vaccine; it's to the ingredients they use to make the vaccine. Like a lot of vaccines are made with chicken eggs, and if people are allergic to chickens or chicken eggs, then it's going to be a problem. So yeah, you can definitely over vaccinate, but that's a whole other conversation that we definitely don't want to get into. That's for sure. But um, you thought it was going to kill you, yeah, yeah. And I mean, it's just like I say all the time. Okay, so flu vaccine. By the time I used to work for the Johns Hopkins Health Institute, and we did vaccine trials there. And so I know how vaccines are usually made. All right. So let's take the flu vaccine, for example. The flu vaccine starts coming out in, what is it, October? I think it starts coming out. Okay, get your flu vaccine. And of course, now this is the time of year when the flu really starts to become rampant and really bad. So hopefully you've had your flu vaccine. But here's the thing, in order for them to make the flu vaccine, they need live virus, which means they need to take the active flu from people who are sick. And where is that? Well, the flu strains that are out right now in the United States hit China and Asia, other parts of Asia, almost a year ago. So the CDC and the World Health Organization, they get together, they swab all these individuals in Asia and China, and they do a mass production of this flu vaccine to prevent people from getting this flu that we're getting. Okay. But here's the deal, a flu vaccine can only prevent you from approximately four, maybe five strains of flu. And 9 times out of 10, it is not protecting you from the strain of flu that you're going to get. Now, I'm not dissing getting a flu vaccine because they are good for most everybody out there, but it may not prevent you from getting the flu that is currently going around. It will make the symptoms less because you've gotten protected from the majority of the flu. But if you're allergic to eggs, you're screwed because they grow it in chicken eggs. No, they're not. It's going to get to you. I mean, it's just like COVID. COVID started in Asia and it transferred here because of all the international air travel and stuff like that. But I mean, vaccines are important. We have to vaccinate ourselves against all of these horrible diseases. I mean, there's smallpox that has been eradicated due to vaccines. There are measles. There's a huge measles outbreak because parents don't vaccinate their kids or choose to not vaccinate their kids. Yeah, it's usually because the people are choosing to not vaccinate. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't get the flu shot because I don't like how it makes me feel because it is a live virus that you're getting injected. It's a teeny weeny bit of it, but it's just enough to trigger your immune system to make antibodies. Okay? Vaccines do save lives. Absolutely they save lives. I am pro vaccine. Don't get me wrong. I am pro vaccine and boy this conversation has really gone from plants and all kinds of stuff, but um, every place is. Don't be scared to leave the house. If you had your measles vaccination, which I'm sure you did if you were in the military, you definitely had it. I know it's a weird term. You should be fine. But just like it's that time of year. Okay, so our kids are in Tulsa and they work basically helping to house homeless people and help homeless people get back on their feet and stuff like that. Um, So, and they've had their COVID vaccinations, but they both got COVID again. They've had it like 3 times now, but they had their vaccine. So it made their symptoms a lot less. But this time of year is a great time of year to start wearing masks again, guys. Just protect yourself just from anything and everything that's out there because, you know, misery loves company. And there are people who will cough and sneeze and snort all over the place. My health is so bad. Yeah, you should. Necessary, some too much. Yeah, absolutely. Facts. Yes. Um, it's the overuse of antibiotics and the underuse of vaccinations and all this other stuff that have caused problems in our health community. And the same thing can be transferred over to your plants. Your plants need food, so you should be feeding them at least every watering. You should also be flushing the soil out every so often, meaning you just take it to the sink and flush it for a minute or so to get all the built up salts and stuff out of the plants. It just helps. Excuse me, it helps the plant, it helps to refresh the soil a little bit, but your plants need food just as much as you do. Um, well, as far as fungus gnats are concerned, you need my net drops because it's not going to other listed pests. Well, let's just see. This is it's got to have a certain chemical in it to be good for fungus gnats. Hold on. I'm in the Spanish speaking part right now, which I cannot read for shit. You think I was down here, but and could read Spanish, but no, ma'am, I cannot. Where are the lists of plant of pests that it covers? Do, 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 do. I don't see that it says necessarily fungus gnats, but I also can't find where it says which pests it controls. I don't use it for fungus gnats. I use my fungus gnat drops for fungus gnats. So, dun, 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 dun. Hold on, I gotta scroll back up. You just run the plants. So yeah, you just run it under lukewarm water and just let it flush out for a few seconds. If you notice the top of your soil looks kind of crusty, that's all the different minerals that have built up, minerals and salts and stuff that have built up that you do need to periodically flush. I do it like every 2 or 3 months. Any tips to treat thrips? Throw your plant away. I'm kidding. I don't. I've fortunately, knock on wood, I've never had thrips. So if anybody has any good tips on treating thrips, I think alcohol will work, but you literally have to go in with like a cotton tipped applicator or a Q-tip and pick them off. But I'm not 100% certain with that. Um, Bottom watering without a periodic flush can be bad. The salts build up. Yeah, even if you top water, I still get salts. So your tap water isn't safe. Why is your tap water not safe? Is it wrong for you to fluff the dirt in your pots? No, but you shouldn't necessarily do that. You can disturb the roots. So just be careful how often you do that. You threw your Monstera outside for a month. It worked on all but your Tycon. Uh, Alcohol for thrips. Yeah. You overreacted. I had um we had a plant. Hibiscus, they're famous for getting mealybugs. Famous for getting mealybugs. Neem oil usually works. But I had a plant sitting outside that we were going to plant and it got mealybugs. I was like, you know what? I'm just throwing it away because it's not even, I don't even want to deal with having to get mealybugs off shit. Well, it's going to get oxygen from the water, honey, because water is oxygen. It's H2O. It's 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen. So water is oxygen. So when you water your plants, it gets oxygen. Yeah. So you don't have to kill it. I mean, if your plant is root bound to the point that it needs to be repotted, then fluff the soil. But no, I would leave your soil alone. Personally, I would leave your soil alone. All right, my friends, we're at the 2 hour mark. I have so thoroughly enjoyed this. This has been a cool conversation today. We're going to do this every Thursday again. Every Thursday. Make sure to come in tomorrow. We're doing rare pothos, we've got rare pothos and syndapsis. Monday is the start of plant sessions where we're doing the free seminar. It'll be like 30 to 60 minutes tops with a plant sale after. I appreciate that. Y'all are amazing. I love every single one of you. And if I haven't told you that, you'll see. She'll be at around 9. Yeah. Um, if I haven't told you all that, trust me. I know that if it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. Banana Farmer 68 wouldn't be here. So follow us. And again, I'm going to tag Banana Farmer 68 real quick. If you are not following her, she's a good time. And we are doing case packs and pallet pulls on Sunday's show. Um, and I think I'm going to have to run that show with her because she's got to be faster. And Cindy Sue knows what I'm talking about, and Susan probably does too. Anybody else who's been in Banana Farmers, yeah, you will. You'll love her. Somebody has to, right? No, I'm kidding. I do. She's fun. She is a lot of fun. But anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day. Get ready for the cold that's probably heading your way if it's not already there. Burr. And have a great day. Let's see. Is there anybody we want to raid? We should raid somebody. Who do we want to raid? Let's see. Who is on who's on plant sellers that we want to raid into? Do we want to go into where do we want to go? Do we want to go into Emerald Roots? Let's go into Emerald Roots. Guys, get your wolves ready. Get your wolves ready and have a fantastic day. Bye for now. Mwah.